Hello, I'm back. I left and wrote some of my paper because I'm a diligent, studious student.
No, 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 baby, no, 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 don't lie.
So now I'm back to tell you more about Easter break. The day that follows Tuesday is Wednesday. In case you didn't know, I'll tell you now. The day that follows Tuesday is Wednesday. I want a hair tie. I can't find one. Be right back. Okay, now I have a hair tie, see? Anyway, Wednesday, we all woke up bright and early, unreasonably early, like 7 a.m., and we went to the ferry, and then we took a 4-hour boat ride out to the Great Barrier Reef. It's so cool, guys. Seriously? Okay, so we went snorkeling at the Great Barrier Reef. First of all, Great Barrier Reef, the word great is in the title. Like, that's just amazing. So we go to Great Barrier Reef, and we put on our snorkel suits that kind of looked like we were like people from Star Trek. And we get our snorkel mask, and we get flippers, and we jump into the water. And we're swimming along in the corals. Seriously, I was so bummed I didn't have an underwater camera to take pictures of it with, because it was so cool. Like, there was one fish. Okay, I was like obsessed with this fish. It was pink, a pink fish. And I could have sworn to you there was like yellow and pink plaid running down its side. But that could just be the fact that it was swimming really fast. I don't know. But then I also went to an anemone. I went to an anemone, and I met Nemo, who was much nicer than Toffee. And I saw, people saw sea turtles. I didn't see any sea turtles. It was a bummer. But I saw lots of fish and coral, and it was so pretty and so colorful. And there were these blue fish that swam in schools. They were like little itty bitty fish, and they swam in schools. And when you tried to touch them, they'd go, and they'd escape. Except I almost touched one. Didn't work out too well, though. Yeah, we came in for lunch. And then we'd eaten food, and then some people went out. I didn't go back out. One, because I'd seen so many legit fish. Another thing, you're supposed to wait 30 minutes after you eat. 3 years on swim has taught me that you don't go back in the water right away, unless you want a miserable 4-hour boat ride home. Thinking clearly there. But I got to see the beautiful water and everything was just so cool. And the coral, like, because it's so like deep and like it's right there, even when you're above the water you can still see it. It's not as colorful, but it's like this darker blue part of the water, and it just looks so awesome. Oh my goodness, it was just too cool. And then, is that my hair right there? It is, haha. Hello, hair. I feel like a geisha. Hello. And then, we took a 4-hour boat ride home. But, I forgot to tell you, along with the 8 of us, there were also 7 other ASC students that were staying on Magnetic Island in a little house. So we went to their house, and we had pasta, and we all hung out and talked about life, and read Cosmo magazine. I found out, like, the 100 greatest things you can do naked or something like that. Almost as cool as the fish. I mean, we're like, fish, things you can do naked. Fish, things you can do naked. Very, very close. Almost tying. Just kidding, the fish totally win. Anyway. So that was Wednesday. That's what it was. It was Wednesday. And it was such an exhausting day. I mean, we woke up super early. We swam around all day. We looked at gorgeous fish. Then we hung out. We had to walk all the way down the beach because in Australia, apparently, we don't believe in cars. We walk everywhere. It's insane. We're like, oh, it's a 20-minute walk. It's not so bad. Are you kidding? In California, a 20-minute walk is, like, ungodly. Like, you drive if it's a 5-minute walk. But whatever. And then... Your ear looks funny. And then... It was Thursday. Thursday was a really fun day because we climbed, well, a couple girls, Lindy and Kaylee and Anaya and Brittany, went to this wildlife park so they could hold koalas, but I already petted koalas last week at Featherdale, so I didn't want to go. Instead, I went with Audrey and Kelsey and Matt and Carrie and Laura, and we climbed the rocks to the secret beach. We had to go rock climbing, and we had to, like, scale these rocks, and there were, like, fatal, like, could kill you in 10 seconds. Jellyfish, like, floating around at the bottom, like, haha, I hope you fall. That's what they were thinking. Seriously, I heard them. I read it, actually, because a thought bubble, like, popped out of one of their heads. But we didn't. Although I did fall and totally, like, scraped myself up because I fell off a rock. It was hysterical. At least I think it was hysterical. I didn't actually see it happen, but it probably was pretty hysterical. Yes. And so then we chilled out at the secret beach all day long. Oh my gosh, so fun. Chilled out at the secret beach all day. Then we came back and we went to the hostel. And we went to the hostel and we just, like, ate food. And we played card games with everybody. We met these people who were, like, from, like, Sweden and Denmark. And there were a couple Aussies, but, whatever. They were from, like, different parts of Australia, like Victoria. We met this guy named Scott. He was pretty sweet. And we met lots of cool people. We were, like, the only Americans there, though. There was one guy who'd never met Americans before us. Like, we were, like, a foreign, like, aliens to him. And now we're not. Yay! Representing the United States everywhere I go. Yay! God bless the USA. But yeah, that was my spring break. It was amazing. It really was. Coolest spring break ever. Crap. Coolest fall break ever. Sorry. Wow, I'm really embarrassed that I just did that. God bless the USA.